Hello and welcome to Perspectives. My name is David Schoneman. I'm your host on this program. I hope you've been enjoying some of the episodes we've been airing recently. If you have, you know that we've spent a lot of time talking about presidential politics and Washington politics because the election was just 6 weeks ago and there's been a lot going on. But today we're going to change course a little bit. Today is Wednesday the 18th. We're 1 week before Christmas Day 2024, and I've got a very special guest in the studio today. I'm expecting a wide-ranging interview. We're going to be talking about Christmas, we're going to be talking about the schools, we may be talking about trains and geography and a new book my guest is authoring, all kinds of things, a wide-ranging interview, so thanks for tuning in. I'm here in the studio with my son, Issac Schoneman. Issac is 8 years old. He's joining us for the first time here. He's known about the shows in the past, and if things go well today, maybe we'll get him on again. Issac,
hi.
Thanks for coming in. How you doing today?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Well, today is December 18th.
Yes.
How many days until Christmas?
7.
7. Christmas is coming up. Are you excited?
Yep.
I see you're wearing your Christmas outfit.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Christmas tie, too. Mom got us dressed nicely today, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
She sure did. Are you excited about Christmas?
Yeah.
What makes you so excited about Christmas?
Because I can't wait to get presents opened.
You want to open presents?
Yep.
What do you think you want to get?
World flags paint by number.
World flags paint by number. How does that work? What do you do?
So let me explain. So it's a blank world map with world flags in the shape of their countries, and they're put together to make a map, and I paint those by number.
You must be very interested in geography and maps and history and flags, all these things.
Yeah, it's my main interest these days.
Your main interest these days?
Yeah.
What other kind of interests do you have?
Trains.
Trains?
And writing books. I'm writing a book.
You're writing a book?
Yep.
Who's your book about? What's your book about?
My dog Jack.
Oh, I see you brought your dog, Jack.
Yeah.
Let's turn him so that folks at home can see. Oh, I see Jack's wearing his Christmas bow tie, too. How long have you had Jack?
I've had him, well, he's 2 years old, I think.
He's 2 years old. You've had him about 2 years? Where did you get him?
I got him at Santa in the Park last year.
Wow, Santa in the Park right here in Nashua, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's wonderful. So tell us a little bit about the things that Jack and you have done together.
Well, we went on a big trip out west, and he has a few brothers, and surprise! The book I'm writing is not about this pup. It's about my bigger real dog at home.
So what's this guy's name? Jack or
Jack.
Little Jack?
Little Jack.
And is there a big Jack?
Yeah, the big Jack is the dog I'm writing about.
I see. And what kind of dog is Big Jack?
Big Jack is a Labradoodle. They're very cute.
Very, very cute. What does Big Jack look like compared to this guy?
About the same. If he were to come here, he would look about like this.
Is he bigger?
Yeah.
He's, of course, bigger. He's a real dog. He's a Labradoodle. He's Big Jack.
So, he's...
He'd be about this big?
About this big, I'd say.
Okay, great. So that's Big Jack, and we got Little Jack here.
Yes.
And we did a lot of travel in the summer, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And Big Jack came along, and so did Little Jack.
Yeah.
What were some of the places that we went to that you really liked?
Arizona, Grand Canyon, Arizona, Grand Canyon, Arches, Utah.
Arches National Park?
Yep.
Yeah. Where else did we go?
I think we went to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
We did. We did. What was your favorite place?
My favorite place was North Platte.
Was where?
North Platte.
North Platte. What state is that in?
Nebraska.
North Platte, Nebraska. Is there a national park there?
No, there's a train yard there.
A train
A
yard?
very big one.
How big is it?
8 miles long.
Wow. Right. In North Platte, Nebraska,
Yep.
in the middle of that beautiful state, there is the biggest train yard in the whole world.
What?
It's the biggest one in the whole world.
What?
It really is.
What?
You heard me. It's the biggest train yard in the whole world. And what do they do there? They take trains. It's mostly Union Pacific, right?
Yeah, mostly Union Pacific.
Okay, keep your dog down so people can see your face. So Union Pacific trains come in.
Yeah.
Then they take them apart. And they put them in a hump yard.
Yes.
And they reconnect them into new trains.
Yep.
And take them to new places. So of all the places we went, which was Grand Canyon National Park, Arches National Park, Zion National Park, Canyonlands National Park, Dinosaur Monument, Durango, Colorado, on and on and on and on. Your favorite spot was?
North Platte, Nebraska.
Yeah, that was a great spot. It was beautiful. I hope we can go back there sometime. We camped right there in the cornfields, didn't we?
No, in the center of the train yard.
Well, but the cornfields are right next to the center of the train yard.
No, we were.
It was kind of by both.
Forget about the cornfields. Let's just talk about the trains.
Okay, what did you like about the trains?
There were so many.
So many. It was great, wasn't it?
We saw a Kansas City Southern, I think.
Wow, pretty interesting.
It was a very nice train.
Do you have any trains at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of trains? You bet. What kind of trains do you have at home? You have a layout? Mm-hmm. What kind of layout?
Wooden track. And I have a ready-to-play layout around the Christmas tree.
And you got a Lionel layout in the basement too, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the Lionel layout.
It has so many trains on it.
Really, a lot of trains. What's your favorite kind of train?
The big boy.
The big boy. What's a big boy? Steam engine or diesel engine?
Steam engine.
Steam engine. What's so famous about a big boy?
It's one of the biggest engines in the world.
One of the biggest or the biggest?
One of the biggest.
I think it's the biggest.
I think it's one of the biggest.
So when we talk about steam engines, if we were to put the steam engine on our layout, how big would the steam engine be, do you think?
So,
if we had a big boy model on our layout, how big would it be?
It would be about this size.
Well, and if you attached the, actually I think it'd be bigger, and if you attached the tender, how long would it be?
This is the engine length, and this is the engine length, and this is the tender length, and the engine and the tender would be about this long.
I think that they'd actually be a little bit bigger because you have an O-scale layout, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have HO. If it was HO, it might be that big, but you have an O-scale layout, and I think the big boy engine and the tender together would be huge. It's so big we can't even run them on our layout.
Well, there's that big boy that's just on all 3 to 1, right?
Okay, sit back in your chair. Now tell us about the real big boy. Have you ever seen a real big boy?
Yep, I think I've seen 6 plus the models.
Wow. Where was the first one that you saw?
I think it was in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton, Pennsylvania. It's Steamtown, right?
Yeah, Steamtown.
So what's the wheel pattern? Remember the wheel pattern?
4884.
A steam engine, the big boy steam engine is 4884. That means it has 4 wheels in the front. It has 8 driving wheels, another set of 8 driving wheels, and 4 wheels in the back. And then there's the tender. How many wheels are in the tender? I think there might be about 20. It's huge.
14 probably. 14 to 13.
Maybe 14.
Maybe 13. I don't know.
I'm not sure either, but it certainly is a big train. So we saw a lot of trains, didn't we, in North Platte? Did Little Jack like the trains too?
Ask him.
Unusual for me to be talking to a stuffed dog, but you never know. Well, Little Jack, do you like trains too?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that was very good. I saw his lips move. Do you have other stuffed animals at home?
I have another dog named Barky. I have a dog named Nathan. I have a prairie dog named Sodak. I have a tiger named Tidu. I have a horse named Horsey. And then I got a big old buzzer. I think you know what that is. And
a big old buzzer? What's a big old buzzer?
A bee.
A bee. You
and
got a
his
big
name
bee,
is a
don't
bee.
you? Yes.
Bee. And then I got a cat at home. His name is Teague.
Right, you got Teague. You've had all these stuffed animals for quite a while.
Yeah.
But this guy, I think, is your favorite.
Yes.
I see he's dressed up for Christmas, too. What do you suppose he wants for Christmas?
I want a little brother, a ball, a picture of myself, and some toys and a paint-by-number of a puppy.
Well, maybe Mommy's watching the show at home and she can get her Christmas list going. But there's only a week left, so we got to get going on that, don't we? So, you also said you like geography.
Yes. Ooh, this is the best part.
You want to talk about geography?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to talk about American geography or world geography?
Both.
Both? Well, let's start with American geography.
Okay,
How many states are there?
about 50.
About 50. I think that's about right. Do you know the state capitals?
Of course I do.
Of course. What's our state capital? What's New Hampshire state capital?
Concord,
Concord. How about New York?
Albany,
How about Louisiana?
Baton Rouge. Hang on, I know a better way to do this.
You do?
Yep.
What's that?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio. There's Montgomery, Alabama, South Carolina, Montana, and there's Denver, Colorado, and Boise, Idaho. Texas is Austin. Then we go north to Massachusetts, Boston, and Albany, New York, Tallahassee, Florida, and Washington, D.C., Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
Trenton, Virginia, so Jefferson, Missouri, Yoga, South Dakota, Haspierre, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Augusta, Minnehaha, Providence, Rhode Island, Dixie, Dover, Delaware, Concord, New Hampshire, Chester, Quidjont, to Montpelier, which is up in Vermont, Hartford, and Connecticut is pretty in the fall, and Kansas, Topeka, Minnesota, has St. Paul.
Wow.
Juneau's in Alaska, and there's Lincoln in Nebraska, and there's Raleigh out in North Carolina, and then there's Massachusetts, Wisconsin, and Olympia, and Washington, Phoenix, Arizona, Atlanta, Michigan, Houston, Honolulu, Hawaii, Joy, Johnson, Mississippi, and Springfield, Illinois, South Carolina, with Columbia down the way, and Annapolis in Maryland, and Chesapeake Bay. Cheyenne is in Wyoming, and Traps make home at Salt Lake City, Argentina, through the Prairie Dogs, so Atlanta's down in and there's people in North Dakota, and Euclid, Frankfort, and Rogue, Kentucky, home, Salem in Oregon, from there with John, Little Rock, and Arkansas, I've got the more Sacramento, California, Oklahoma, and its city, Tulsa, West Virginia, and Nevada, Kansas City.
Wow. So that's all 50
Yes.
states and all 50 capitals?
Yes.
Please don't shout.
It is.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is really amazing. Now, do you know some countries too?
Yeah.
Want to sit back in your chair and relax? You can hold little Jack there. I think he's pretty interested too. So, what are some? Do you know all the countries?
Yep.
All the countries in the world?
Yep.
Wow. Do you know all their capitals?
Yep, I know the countries named Madagascar and Antigua and Barbuda and
Let's try some capitals. What's the capital of France?
Paris,
Russia,
Moscow,
Brazil,
Brasilia,
Chile,
Santiago. I think
Canada. No, we're not going to sing another song. But
the world song is shorter because it goes faster.
you can sit down. What's the capital of
Ottawa.
Montenegro?
Podgorica.
What is it?
Podgorica.
Podgorica. What's the capital of Mongolia?
Ulaanbaatar.
Wow, you know all the capitals. Are there some capitals that are fun to say?
Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso. Madagascar. Somaliland.
Well, let's start with Burkina Faso. Where's Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso is West Africa.
And what's the capital of Burkina Faso?
Ouagadougou.
Ouagadougou. What's the capital of Madagascar?
Antananarivo.
Antananarivo. And what's the other one you said?
Somaliland.
What's the capital of Somaliland?
Hirsagia.
What is it?
Hirsagia.
Hastagia. Wow.
Hirsagia.
Hastagia. Do you know some others that are fun to say?
Mauritania.
What's the capital of Mauritania?
Nouakchott.
Nouakchott.
And Israel's capital.
What's Israel's capital?
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv is Israel's capital, isn't it? Have you been to some of these places? Do you want to go to some of these places?
Yeah, I've been to Canada.
You've been to Canada. Tell us about going to Canada. When did we go to Canada?
We went to Canada while we were on a trip in northern New Hampshire.
Right, where did we go? We went up to Lake Francis State Park.
Yeah, and then we went to Quebec.
We went into the province of Quebec. We drove up what they call Moose Alley. We didn't see any moose, but we got all the way up there to the border, didn't we? And there's a hiking trail that goes, actually, goes right along the very border, doesn't it? And we stepped into Canada a couple of times. So now you can say that at 8 years old, you've been to another country. You've been to Canada. Was it fun? Do you like to hike? Wow.
I might have been to Mauritania.
You think you've been to Mauritania?
I might have.
When did you go there?
I'm just thinking I might have.
You might have.
I might have.
Yeah.
I might have when I passed through Somaliland.
You passed through Somaliland?
Yeah, and then I went to Israel once.
Wow. But actually, are these places you want to go? Because You actually haven't gone to some of those places.
I have.
You've been to Canada.
Yeah, I've been to Canada.
Yes.
I
But you
haven't-
want to go to some of these other places. And you're writing a book, too, about traveling in foreign lands.
Yeah.
Because you know so much about world geography.
Yeah, we're traveling from Lebanon to Papua New Guinea in the book.
In the book?
And we pick Big Jack. We adopt Big Jack in North Sulawesi.
Wow. And what's your book about?
It's called Jack the Dog by Tidu Schoneman.
Jack the Dog by Tidu Schoneman. Who is Tidu Schoneman?
He's one of my he's the tiger I mentioned earlier.
I see. Is he helping you write it?
Yep.
Wow, that's
Actually,
great.
he's the one writing it.
He's the one writing it. Where does the story take place?
It takes place in a lot of different places.
A lot of different places. Where does it start out?
It starts out, well, let me tell you, it takes place in Lebanon, takes place in Syria, takes place in Iraq, takes place in Iran, takes place in Pakistan, takes place in India, takes place in Bangladesh,
Wow, all over the place.
takes place in Myanmar or Burma, takes place in Thailand, takes place in Malaysia, and it takes place in Indonesia, and finally it takes place in Papua New Guinea.
Do you like to read, too?
Yeah.
You're learning a lot of things, it seems. How'd you learn all these things? Do you have a good teacher?
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
Homeschooled.
Homeschool. Who's your teacher?
My dog is. Just joking.
No, just joking.
My mom is.
Your mom's your teacher. Mom is your teacher.
Mwah, mwah.
Yes, that's right. And you're doing all kinds of... What books are you reading in school now?
I read Owls in the Family earlier, and now I'm also reading a very funny book called Jenny L. No, not The Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud.
The Ark?
The Reed and the Fire Cloud.
Ark, the Reed, and the Fire Cloud.
That's about Noah's Ark. All the animals make their journey toward Noah's Ark.
I see. And who wrote that book?
Jenny L. Cody.
Jenny L. Cody. She sounds like an author that you enjoy quite a bit. Is that a good book?
Yeah.
And they go all over the world, too?
Yeah, they go from... One animal comes from the country of UK.
Really? Which animal comes from the country of UK?
We got 2 seagulls. We got two dogs, and we got a mountain goat originally from Switzerland.
Tell us about the 2 dogs.
Well, Max, short for Maximilian Braveheart the Bruce, is a Scottish Terrier. He takes his morning trot down to the loch where he hears a mysterious voice saying, "Come to me, follow the fire cloud." And then Kate is a West Highland. And then Kate, short for Bonnie Caitlin Maitland, is a West Highland Terrier, also from Scotland.
Wow. Does Max have a Scottish accent?
Yeah.
Do you know how to speak in Max's Scottish
Yeah.
accent? Let's hear you say something in Max's Scottish accent.
Come here, you crazy piece of grass.
I like the way you roll your R's. What else does Max say? Well, if Max was sitting here talking with me, what would Max say about geography in his accent? Does Max like geography too?
I think he does because let me tell you, I've been to Bulgaria.
Max has been to Bulgaria?
Yeah.
Now, is there a cat? I think there's a cat in the story too.
There's a cat named Al
Al? Uh-huh.
from the Irish coast.
Uh-huh.
And then
is
Liz is from France.
does Liz have a French accent
Yeah.
when she talks? What does Liz like to say? What does she say with a French accent?
You gotta listen to the book sometime.
Well, I'm going to listen to you because the folks at home would like to know what Liz says. What does Liz say?
Liz is actually short for Mademoiselle Lisette Brilliant.
Aha, Mademoiselle Lisette Brilliance.
Brilliant.
And what does she say? You don't know what she says?
She says a lot of things in her French accent.
Does she
Like,
say bonjour, mon ami?
I know what she says.
What does she say?
It is a moment.
How about some of the other animals?
I'm just telling you that Max says, "Come here, you crazy piece of grass."
That's very exciting. Well, I'm glad you like to read.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like to read. I'm glad you like being homeschooled. And I'm glad you like to write a book. How's math going these days?
It's hard.
Math is hard.
It's the worst subject.
but it's a very important subject.
Nah.
I think if you can...
Math is just a waste of time.
Well, not really. Math's very important. But that's okay. It'll come with time. I'm glad that you like to read. I'm glad that you like to write. Are you learning how to write in cursive?
Yep.
Wow, that's great.
So,
what grade are you in anyway?
I'm in third.
Wow, that's great. You know all these things about the world countries and all the
world
states
countries.
and their capitals.
Yeah, speaking of world countries, I'm going to give you a couple of world quizzes.
You're going to give me a world quiz?
Yeah.
I don't think I know the world as well as you do. What would a world quiz be? Can you ask me a capital? Ask me a capital of Burkina Faso.
Actually, I can find out something better.
All right. What else do you want to talk about?
I'm starting. Hey, this large Asian country has contrasting landscapes.
All right. Large Asian country with contrasting landscapes. That could be a lot of countries.
India.
India. Why does India? What are the contrasting landscapes in India?
Mountains.
Mountains. And what else? Does it have farmland?
I think so.
Yep. And ocean front?
Yep.
Yep. A lot of contrasting
Bay of
landscapes.
Bengal.
Bay of Bengal. Where's the tallest mountain in the world?
It is in Nepal.
In where?
Nepal.
Where's that?
That is under China.
Nepal, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I said.
No, I didn't understand that you said
I said
that.
Nepal.
Oh, I didn't hear the P in there. Nepal. You're right. The biggest mountain, the highest mountain is Nepal, and that's Everest, Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
In Nepal.
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
And I think half of it is in Tibet too.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. I think that mountain range, the Himalaya mountain range, might form the border between those two places.
Might form the border.
Yes, it might.
Yes, it might form the border.
If we take another trip this summer, where do you think you'd like to go? If we take another camping trip?
Taiwan.
Taiwan?
Yeah.
That's very far away.
Yeah.
We know some people from Taiwan, don't we?
Yeah, those are
Our
people
friend,
on the camera. Can you guess?
No. Our friend the Woos. Our friends the Woos.
Oh, look, it's changing
live-
color.
Yep. Can you sit back in your chair? They're the ones who are from there, aren't they? And we met up with them this summer. It would be fun to go there, but we can't
Yes.
go there. We can't go there in a camper because we have to drive our camper there, and Taiwan's an island.
Taiwan's an island.
Yes, but it would be fun to go there, wouldn't it? I think they could show us around, couldn't they?
Yeah, I'd like to go up in the Taipei 101 if it's not cloudy.
Is that a big building?
That's a big skyscraper.
Wow.
It scrapes the sky.
It scrapes the sky. We saw some skyscrapers in Boston, didn't we? Remember when we went there last year?
Maybe.
Yeah, we should go to New York sometime too. Maybe we'll see some skies. We've seen some big cities and some
I'd like
tall
to see
buildings.
the Willis Tower in Chicago.
Well, we have Uncle Andy and Aunt Janet live in Chicago, so I think that we can go there. Maybe we can take a train there someday. We saw the big train museum there, didn't we?
Good idea. Good idea.
You like that? You like that idea? Well, maybe we'll go there. Maybe we'll go to Montana. Maybe we'll go to North
Yeah.
Dakota. We haven't been to North Dakota yet, have we?
But I don't want to go there because of all the buffalo. I
don't
hate
like buffalo?
And you guys on the camera should detest buffalo too.
Well, but buffalo, I think a lot of people like buffalo. Buffalo were an endangered species, and now there's a lot of buffalo. And we saw a lot of buffalo, didn't we? We also saw a lot of another kind of animal. What kind of animals?
Prairie dog.
You like prairie dogs?
I gotta give a brief listen to the people on the camera.
You like prairie dogs?
Yep.
And do you have a prairie dog, stuffed prairie dog at home?
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Sodak.
Why'd you name him Sodak?
South, Dak, Dakota.
We got Sodak in South Dakota, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you named him Sodak. That's a good name. Does he go a lot of places too?
Yes. He goes in my bed.
He goes in your bed. I think all these guys go in your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Little Jack is your favorite, and is Sodak your next favorite?
Barky is my next favorite.
Barky's your next favorite.
So hang on, let me think. 1, 2, 3. Sodak is my fourth favorite.
Your fourth favorite. Wow. That's great. Well, too bad we couldn't bring all these guys today, but I do like seeing Little Jack here with a bow tie that matches. I see your bow tie has trains on it. Yep. Let's just leave that there, okay?
Yeah.
Your bow tie has trains on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jack's got a bow tie too.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about while we have a few minutes left?
1 second.
What? All right, I think
1 minute.
Isaac, sit in your chair, please.
1 minute.
Okay?
You people on the camera, listen to me right now. Learn this lesson. Make buffalo an endangered species. To test them.
Well, a lot of
Hunt
people
them.
like buffalo. But anyway,
Anyway, guys on the camera, make them an endangered species.
okay, let's sit back and talk to each other.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about? We talked about trains. We talked about our vacation. We
Let's
talked
go
about
on
North
geography
Platte.
again.
We talked about geography. We talked about Christmas.
Oh,
Anything?
we didn't talk about Christmas yet.
What do you want to talk about? I thought you talked about Christmas.
Woo!
Do you like Christmas? Yeah. We're going to have Christmas at home here in Nashua, aren't we?
Yeah.
Who's going to join us?
I think you know.
I think I do know.
People on the camera, what I call my grandma is Oma, and don't pardon me for that. She's going to be coming here for Christmas.
Oma's coming. You and I are going to drive down to Connecticut to pick her up, aren't we? We're going down on Saturday.
Agree with that, you peoples on the camera?
We'll come back up on Sunday, and it's going to be you and Oma.
Oh.
I see it. You and Oma and me and Mommy and all of your guys.
Yes.
We're going to have a fun time, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We are. All right, Isaac, I see that we are out of time. I want to thank you very much for coming in. Have you had fun today?
Yes.
Do you want to come in again sometime?
Yeah, we better get going again.
Well, the time is up, so we're going to say goodbye to everybody at home,
Bye, guys at home.
and we're going to see if you want to come in again next time.
Final lesson. Make buffalo an endangered species and to test them and hunt them and kill them for your dinner.
All right. I want to thank you folks for tuning in. My name is David Schoneman. You're watching Prospectus. I'm here with our
Isaac
son,
Schoneman.
Isaac Schoneman. And I told you it was going to be a wide-ranging interview. I hope that we
And
fulfilled that
Jack.
promise.
And little Jack
And
Schoneman.
Jack. That's
I better
right.
get home and type my story. Finish the first page. Oh,
Yep. Thank you very much for tuning in.
thanks.
And we'll see you
Bye.
next time. Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.